Hey there, it's Nicole and I'm back with another tab tutorial. JoeMoe Coconut requested intro tabs to Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I should have known it. I had never heard this song, and this was very cool. So thank you, JoeMoe Coconut. Let's go ahead and dive in. I'll play it. I'm not as fast as them. Let me unblur the background so you can see. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm going to play it for you, and then we will break down the tabs, listen to their version, talk about some changes that I would make to this tablature, and go from there. Okay, here we go. That's one time. So let's go ahead and watch and listen to them play it. Nice. Okay. Before we dive in, I am obviously not playing on a electric guitar. I wish I was, but it sounds way better on an electric. And what I'm going to share with you is the tablature that I found. So I want to give kudos to who made this? Jesse Ball. Good job. I thought you did pretty good for the whole song. But we're just going to look at this intro part. And because I haven't covered before what all like different tablature symbols mean, I just want to point you to a resource really quick. Musictome.com has a nice little article that shares how to read tabs, or you can watch my video about how to read tabs simply right here. But there are some symbols that I've never covered and want to make sure you know what they mean. P is for pull off, which means, for instance, you would pull off the string really quick. Oops. So I'm going to pull off. And that is what that would sound like. It can also be indicated by, I think, like a up symbol. Basically, that seemed to be what this was indicating. And this is one of the things about the tab that I disagree with, but we'll come back to that. And then you have slide up and slide down. You also have a way to indicate hammers. And so I know that I share how to hammer and how to palm mute in my most recent tutorial, which you can find here. But really quick, a hammer would be like if I'm pulling on this one, it changes sound when I hit it really hard while it's still vibrating. And then a palm mute is like I'm palm muting, like I'm strumming, but with the fat part of the back of my hand. Cool. So that's what that means. Yeah, and then you can have a bend string up with a B, or an R is release the bend. V is vibrato, or this squiggly line, which is what we see in this tablature. And this is really hard but fun to do on an acoustic. Sounds cooler on an electric. T is to tap that string with the right hand. X would be playing it, but like really strongly muting it, but not like with your entire palm. And so those are some other things that you could do. We don't have all of these in this song. What you do see with the bridge is some slide up, like slide up the fret. And then we have a pull off, which, like I mentioned, this symbol also means that. They didn't do a P, they did that for a pull off, the caret. And then we have squiggly line for vibrato. And so if we break that down, I'm just gonna look at these parts in chunks. What I want to say is I disagree with this pull off on the 1-3, 1-3 both times. I think it works here, but if we listen to the song again really quick, it doesn't sound to me like he's doing a pull off. It sounds like he's sliding up to the 3. So let's just listen. I may be totally wrong. Jesse can call me out if I am totally wrong. But to me, this. I can't even do it. Like it's happening too fast. Sorry, I'll show you my fingers. That's like happening too fast to be like a pull off, and to me it sounds like he's going dun, 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 dun. Oops. And it might be because I'm playing an acoustic and not an electric. So my suggestion to you is if you're trying to mimic this on an acoustic, play it with the slide. And to make it sound like good, I'm pressing down like as hard as I can to really get that effect. And then you jump to the... And I think the pull-off works there. When we go from playing the 4th string to that 3rd string. Let me show you again really quick in case you forgot where we were on the tab. It's this quick change. It only happens once in the intro, but we have the 0-3-0. Then you're going to hit that 3 and pull off really fast on the 3rd string, that G. And something I wanted to point out again, the vibrato is hard to do on an acoustic, but it's fun. And what you can see I'm doing is I'm wiggling. Oh, wrong. Yeah. I'm wiggling that string on the 5th fret to give it the vibrato. Obviously, it's way cooler on the electric. And then finally, something I wanted to note that I think is funny and it's clever about the way Jesse did these tabs. That pull off on the 3rd fret of the 4th or 3rd string. You hear that note at the end? It's the same as the one you're vibratoing, but you can't give vibrato on that 3rd string unless you're holding something down. So the same note, like what, yeah, if you're musical, you know what I'm talking about. The same note is being hit. And I love that. So let's put the whole thing together again. So you see that second time we didn't go to that 3rd string. They don't have that on the tab, and you can hear that in the song. And so that is how you would read and play these tabs. Again, just to know what I would change. I think this vibrato is great. I think this pull off totally makes sense, but I would change these to slides, slide ups, kind of like this is noted on the bridge. I wouldn't do a pull up on that because it just doesn't sound right on the acoustic. Yeah, so there you go.